this is a Journey to $1 Million series. Welcome back. So the goal is to hit 1 million in 1 year. So it's scaling my digital product from zero, from scratch all the way to $1 million in 1 year. And this will be in a playlist called Journey to $1 Million. So I'm documenting this as an accountability check with myself so that I keep myself in tabs, keep myself in progress, so that I make sure I work on my goals at least every week. So that is to keep myself accountable. And also at the same time, I hope for people who are on the same journey as me, I hope that this will be an inspiration to those who are on the same journey with me. Let me know in the comments if you are on the same journey with me, and let me know which phase you are at. And as always, these videos will be in a playlist called Journey to $1 Million. So right before this check-in, I know it's been some time since I checked in. So what I've been working on is my slides. So at first I wanted to not use AI on the slides and materials, but I realized that it takes too much time and my slides lack the flow from one slide to the next. I feel like it lacks a bit of flow, so I use ChatGPT's help with this. With ChatGPT's help, the flow is a lot better, so I gave ChatGPT my lesson outline and asked ChatGPT to give me the content of my slides. So the prompt that I use is, I'm creating the slides and materials for my course. My goal is to, and then insert your course outcome. Below is my full course outline. Can you help me with the slides and material starting from phase 1, session 1? Can you help me plan the slides content based on my past sample uploaded as a file? So go ahead and upload your slides as a reference to ChatGPT, so ChatGPT can replicate the style from your previous slides to create your new slides for you. So oftentimes you hear that people don't get the result that they want from ChatGPT is because you haven't trained it yet to follow your guidelines, your style. So when you upload your past samples as a reference to ChatGPT, ChatGPT can create new slides based on that reference. And for me, I usually like to add a primary outcome content before the first slide so that my students know what they are getting before they start learning. So I also included that in my prompt to ask ChatGPT to give me the primary outcome of that slide. Because even as a learner myself, I always like to know what I'm learning before I get to the lesson. So I'm thinking from a learner's perspective, so I would like to add a primary outcome content first before everything else. So the biggest challenge when I'm creating my slides is the flow from one slide to the next, because you are the expert and your learner is learning from you. So I would like to make sure that my learner actually can follow my content slide by slide. So ChatGPT helped a lot with that, and also I did ask one of my friends to help me check the flow for a particular lesson. And the feedback from a friend is also actually very helpful as well. And the next thing that I've done before this check-in is the materials. So I've created materials based on the action steps that I want my students to take. So I usually like to have action steps in each lesson, because if a lesson doesn't have action step, it's just theory, it's just knowledge, and if you don't take action upon it, nothing is going to change. So it wouldn't help the student as much without an action step guide. So I've created the materials based on the action step, and for this, ChatGPT really saves a lot of time. So I've created the first material, the first action step guide as a reference, and then now I upload this guide to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT just did the second lesson and so on for me based on this reference. And also for every lesson, for every action step guide, I provide my action steps, my specific action steps to ChatGPT and the exercises that go along with it, so that ChatGPT can draft my action step materials based on my brand voice and my style that I want. But it's important to actually give ChatGPT a style, a reference that you want it to reference. So the biggest challenge for slides and material is actually making the flow is comprehensive. And the solution for this is actually to think from a learner's perspective. So you can imagine that you are presenting it to yourself and identify any loopholes or anything that you think is missing, and so you can edit it. Alright, and after this, it's time for me to shoot my lessons finally. After shooting, I will go on with editing the lessons. So finally, I'm here shooting my lessons since I'm excited about it. So if you don't want to miss the tech side of how I'm shooting or how I'm editing my lessons, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss my next episode. So if you like this video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Once again, this is Journey to $1 million and see you soon!